Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Tomori, Fernandez. And Alexander-Arnold. And it's Valverde. And it's Messi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. It's out of play for a goal kick. Oh, now here's an interesting match. Batistuta! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Sporting with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Messi proves just a little bit too strong. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Camavinga. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Shot could be charged, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Not the most accurate pass. They're urging him to shoot. So we're still where we started right now. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Tomori. In with the challenge. Looking for options for movement. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta gets through on his own. Batistuta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's a shade optimistic. Oh, easy pickings there. Bale. Can he latch on to this? Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. He has a look up. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Sporting! The breakthrough strike! Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. That's an imaginative pass. Spread neatly. Well, that has not gone well. Half an hour played now. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he's had it nicked away. Spread out to the left. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Kamavinga. The message is clear. None shall pass.
Sporting really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Van Dijk. Messi. Kamavinga. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Out of play for a goal kick. Van Dijk. Alexander-Arnold. Deep into stoppage time. Kamavinga. And it's Bale. Bale. Showing great feet there. Takes a shot! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. So the team's still separated by one goal, but it should be very different.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Sporting can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Sporting really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
And this is Batistuta. Tries to play it through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Van Dijk. Alexander-Arnold. Milan finding their passes. No outsmarting him this time. Yamal. Yamal's cross. No way through. Some resolute defending there. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's picked it up out wide. The team still separated by the game's only goal. Cannavaro. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's fabulous. And that was very necessary. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That's a pretty loose pass. Just about up to the hour now. Bale providing an outlet on that flank. Too much on that, it's gone out. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
It's a promising position. And that has been clubbed away. And this is decent chance!
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Van Dijk makes the interception. Camavinga. And Son Heung-min. Van Dijk. Valverde. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. That's a sharp pass. Camavinga. Now it's Batistuta. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Donnarumma can get it clear. Nice bit of trickery. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Can he get it through? That has ended up in no man's land. Cannavaro. It's a really well-measured ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Sporting surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Baresi. Oh, good spread. He's got away, and he's had a hit! And that would have been game, set and match.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Pass somewhat off target. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Nemecha. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Yamal. Now, who's going to be first to this?
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. He's going for goal! It's bounced back off the post. Very nicely done. Good spot, that. And that will be the final act. Sporting have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Nemecha picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
There's a player on this pitch who shines above the rest, and we're talking defence.
And that is?
Well, it's got to be Paolo Maldini.
Well, who's arguing?
Yeah, and he's a living, breathing symbol of leadership, loyalty and devotion to his craft. What a player.
Looking to play him in. Cruyff. Bale. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Knocks it into space. He's going for goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Looking for a runner. Chips it through. Thuram getting this one clear. That's a corner kick. Sporting with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Punched away. And that's a throw-in. And a chance! They want to be quick to recover this. That's an imaginative pass. Cristiano Ronaldo. Sporting are applying all the early pressure.
Well, they...
Big chance! Must shapes to shoot! He's delivered all right! First blood drawn! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And Batistuta! It's hit the upright. Vitinha is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Cruyff. That's a pretty loose pass.
Sporting really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Cruyff gets into a good position. Played in. And it's hoisted clear. Sporting do have a chance to counter here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Mbappe. Approaching the half-hour mark. Passing nice and neat. Bellingham can so cleverly bypass the press. Pelé. Passing is crisp and sharp. Thuram. Good ball over the top. Good chance here! Batistuta.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Vitinha. Looking for options for movement. pings in a... Oh, smashing header! And he's quick to get it clear again. Bale. Nicely weighted ball. Zico. He's found a way through. Zico was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, good read.
That's great position.
He's having a go! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Sporting really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though. Sporting certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Shot a goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And that's put paid to a promising move. Rijkaard. Cannavaro. And it's Vitinha. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Zico. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
I think Pavel Nedved's going to have a starring role here, Peter. Being two-footed, he can operate both as a traditional and as an inverted winger. So he always offers you that option, hugging the line or coming inside.
Very versatile, isn't he?
Yeah, and then there's that trademark run from deep.
So the defence are going to have their hands full.
You can say that again.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Al Hilal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Owen. And this is Drogba. Zico. And this is Bale. He's found a way through. It's Bale! Oh, off the bar. Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And it's Gerrard. Bale. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
No, he's had it taken off him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's had a shot! Bale. Now it's Batistuta. Puyol wins the duel this time. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And that is as far as they're going to go. Still goalless at the moment. Zico. And here's Batistuta. Mbappe. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mbappe. Picked out Bale. And Iker Casillas somehow saves it. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Cannavaro. He's having a shot! Goal! Sporting! And Sporting score first. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Sporting have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
He's not got that quite right. Bale. Sporting are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Nemecha, certainly one of the players of the week. Mbappe. It's run loose here. Kimmich herring after the ball here. And the two sides separated by the game's only break. Applies the finish! Off the post! Chooses to go back. And this is Batistuta. Drogba. Played into space. Nicely worked. And Owen! They've done it! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And this is Owen. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bale. Now that looks a decent ball. Always onto this. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And no, that was never going to make it. Mbappe. He is through here. Drogba. Not the most accurate pass.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Nedved. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Batistuta. And this is Bale. Bale! Good effort. And it is right on half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Sporting get the second half going.
Sporting clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Hakimi. Nuno Mendes. Tries to play it through.
Such good technique.
And he's managed to get free. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. That has ended up in no man's land. Nemecha. And here's Batistuta. Oh, lovely bit of... And Batistuta! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. That's an imaginative pass. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nemecha, and it's Zico. Great vision. Zico, and the shot! There it is! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Sporting take the lead. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rijkaard, a probing pass. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Batistuta. Zico. He's on it. Can he get away? Look at the space here. Poor robust challenge. And he's heaved it away. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And he's well positioned, surely! No mistake! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Sporting take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Sporting have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in control at 3-1. And the pass is intercepted. Nemecha. Now Mbappe. Zico. A lot of space ahead of him. Now, who's going to be first to this? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Now it's Drogba. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And that's a throw-in. "75 minutes played. And they're quick to press. Now it's Drogba. That's good vision. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Al Hilal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Aimed beyond the defence. Now then, the ball's come loose. Owen. And here's the chance to counter. And it's been played through. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Chance for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Bale, who does have an assist to his name.
This is the time you need that pace.
Zico. This looks promising. Batistuta. Batistuta! He should have put that one away.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
This their second corner of the game. Zico with the short one. Has crossed into the middle. And that should get the job done. Mbappe. And it's Mendes. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Nuno Mendes. Nemecha. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, that pass isn't the best. No way through. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's clever. Mbappe. Time added on will be 2 minutes. He has found the way through. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. It's a super show all round. Both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Batistuta. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity, barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. So it's down to business here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
And it's Zico. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And this is Batistuta. That's an imaginative pass. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Bale threads one in, delivers the ball.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Sporting with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Santos have the chance to go the other way.
Gigi Buffon, pretty much peerless in every way, Peter.
Tough to disagree with that. Rarely has a keeper surely commanded quite so much respect.
And from both his own team and the opposition, I would have loved to play with someone like this behind me. Time and time again, he's shown he's just the best at organising a defence. What a communicator. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And one more try! Goal! Santos! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Santos have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Batistuta. Passing is crisp and sharp. Makalele cannot be beaten that easily. It's a searching pass. Sporting are behind here despite their domination of possession.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
And here's and the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Bale is offering a wry smile there.
Now it's Cruyff. Looking for a runner. He has a look up. Mbappe. Mbappe has got himself a free kick. Now it's Batistuta. And he's had it nicked away.
Sporting are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And it's Zico. Now it's Cruyff.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pinches it off him. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Can he get it through? Rummenigge. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And Cruyff! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And here's Hullet. Pelé. Zico. Well, that is one way to stop him. Cannavaro wins the duel this time. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Beckenbauer. Nicely shaped ball. Beckenbauer is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Sporting certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone.
Tries a shot! He's got a goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Zico is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
And it's Bale. Bale tries making a foray down the right. Beckenbauer. Rummenigge.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And this is Batistuta.
Batistuta really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Zico. And that's been won straight back. And here's Mbappe. And it's Zico. And there's the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's...
And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Sporting get the second half going. Bale. This looks promising. Batistuta! And it's a goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Sporting take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And that is exemplary defending.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
And the pass is intercepted. Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Zico. Hullet. Pelé. Looking to play him in. Santos are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Batistuta. And Batistuta! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
On it! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Cruyff. Neatly clipped into space. Pelé. Cannavaro gets it away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And that's really well manoeuvred. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Batistuta. Mbappe providing and a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Sporting have their second corner now. Santos are looking to go forward now. Mbappe could try cutting inside here. Makaleli. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now there's one of the players of the week. Played back. Batistuta! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Zico plays it short. Mbappe! Oh, didn't catch it right. Pelé. Zico, who does have an assist to his name. And it's Zico. Bale.
Sporting clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Hakimi. And here's Batistuta. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Batistuta. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Hakimi makes the interception. Bale. And here's Mbappe, looking for options for movement. Now he's got tall. And that would have won it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Azar. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Beckenbauer.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack. Santos really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Park Ji-sung. He's going for goal! Oh, brilliant from Park Ji-sung! About as smooth as it gets. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it.
And that is that. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Decent hit from there. David Villa, Jim, a little gem amongst strikers.
Yeah, and I think there are probably two things that set him apart, Peter. First, the ability to mould himself into any formation the team wants, often ploughing a lonely furrow up front. And second, having such a hugely impressive goal-scoring record, despite often being burdened with having to take free kicks and corners.
Put it all together, and you've got one of the finest strikers of his generation.
Exactly.
Bale. Can he get onto this? Oh, no joy this time. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Hakimi gets over and intercepts. Now it's Bale. Pinches it off him. Bale was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bale. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now it's Zico. Sporting, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Dealt with nicely by the defence. David Villa. Oh, he's burst through! Nuno Mendes. And it's Cruyff.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single...
Bale! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Bale. Bale. Bale puts the ball in. Maldini deals with that comfortably. Kaka. Now it's Bale. And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now it's Bale. Nicely weighted ball. Thinks about the shot. Shoots! Goal! Sporting! And Sporting score first.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Sporting have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one contender, and he's done it again.
Cruyff, and he was alert to it. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough. It's Bale! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. No, that pass has been well intercepted. He's on it. Can he get away? Tries a shot! He's scored! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And it's been played. Batistuta! And the ball's come loose here. Cruyff. Zico pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Now there's one of the players of the week. Oh, that's a key interception. David Villa. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Seedorf. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Bale. And that is a little undercooked. Nemecha. Oh, they can break here. Now it's Bale. Bale proves just a little bit too strong. Maldini getting this one clear. Well, that is one way to stop him. Mbappe. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So once again, we're underway. Mbappe plays a sharp little ball here. Davids, chance here to counter. And that has left him in a heap. Zico, Nemecha. Oh, easy pickings there. Zico, spread out to the left. Now it's Batistuta. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Bale. And he's lost his man here. Chance for a shot! Well, now it's a... Oh, he's been caught napping. Delivers the ball. Gets his head on it! They've scored!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Milan go into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Threads one in. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent.
And the shot! They've done it! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So all square, and not for the first time.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And here's Batistuta, distributed tidily. It's Bale! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bale is offering a wry smile there.
And he's picked out the run. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now that's well seen too. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Van Bouten has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. And it's Mendes. Mendes got a long way forward to join the attack. Driving forward. That's a shade optimistic. And he's gone looking for safety. Bale does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Now that looks a decent ball. David Villa unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Zico. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Batistuta receives it in a good position here.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
David Villa. Nemecha did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Just eases him off the ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of...
And a shot! It's a loose ball. That's really well cleared. Oh, terrible pass. Van Bouten makes the interception. Pass somewhat off target. Mbappe. Nemecha. And that has been cut short.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And the shot! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Park Ji-sung. And here's Suarez. Great vision. Forlan. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tries to pass it through. Goes down, but nothing given. Now it's Azar. He's picked his way through. Looking for the run. Look at this. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's in! Late in the day, this could well be it! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway.
In modern football, the role of the defensive midfielder has become hugely important.
Talking of which, Claude Makelele, the battery in the watch.
Yeah, and fittingly, a lot of pundits refer to it as the Makelele role now.
Zico! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Zico really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That's a cute ball. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Bale. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Hangs in across. Oh, what a climb! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Syria finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And the shot! No mistake! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Oh, high quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Well read, nice interception. Nuno Mendes.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Nice interception, well timed. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Nemecha. Syria trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And he's played it back. Can he get on the end of this? Shot at goal! He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Syria get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Hakimi wins the duel this time. And here's Batistuta. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Zico! Now, who's going to be first to this? Rijkaard. And it's Park Ji-sung. Roberto Carlos. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Van Basten. Zico.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Zico. There he goes, motoring forward. Rijkaard. And he was quick to react. Sporting are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Park Ji-sung. Van Basten. Gives it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Tries to play it through. Goes for a shot! Really well taken goal. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Syria take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Makaleli.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And this is Van Basten. Or a bust challenge. Van Basten. There's the shot! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Van Basten demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. That gets things going for the second half. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Rijkaard. That's a little off target. Here's Roberto Carlos. Son Heung-min. Played towards the other side. Hullet. Oh, this looks sharp. Can he spark a counter here? Bale. He's shifting through and he's had a hit.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Bale in with the challenge. Roberto Carlos powering forward here. And this is Hullet. Oh, well played. And the shot! Oh, taken with style. Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
And Batistuta! Oh, what has happened here? Oh no, what has happened here? So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Hullet. Nice looking ball. Dink through. And this is Van Basten. Mbappe. And it's Zico. Ball played for Zico. Now it's Batistuta. And the pass is intercepted. Hakimi. And it's Bale. Son Heung-min. Looking to play him in. No, it's come to nothing. Nemecha. He's in space and looking for options. He's got away. It's a good looking... He rises! He scores! He watched it all the way and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Sporting playing for pride here. The match surely beyond them. Hullet. Park Ji-sung. And that has been cut short.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And it's hoisted clear. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Syria can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble late.
Real chance! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Sporting really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And it's Hullet. That's an imaginative pass. Mbappe, chance here to counter. Nemecha. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Batty's chance! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Bale at his creative best. He set up 2 goals. Hakimi gets a foot in here. Van Basten. Nemecha. Zico. Tries to thread one through. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Sporting clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Zico. Now it's Bale. And here's Batistuta. Zico! And that's off target. Mbappe, Cannavaro cuts it out.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Batistuta. It's run loose here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And we're done. Sporting did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass.